Yeah, what's up, people? It's your boys, Makachero. Back at it again. So, today you're asking one question: what does men value most in women? So, for me, ni pussy, communication. But technically, I'm a dem. Ukiangalia dem, unajua most people wanaulizaga what do women bring to the table when you get into something like a relationship or into you want to be a couple. So watu wanaulizaga nini dem analeta kwa table. Most women wanasema they bring their beauty, wanna bring in like boobs. Bro, haina haja uoe mahindi bro. Like bring in a girl who can think for herself. If for instance you have kids and you die, your woman can take care of your kids. So that's my straight opinion. Unaje Benja?
When we talk about what do men value most in a woman,
Yeah.
number one, a woman has to be self. Mtu anajielewa
Loading.
inakuwa ile ya kujielewa, like as a self understanding. Like dem anafaa kuwa anajielewa in the first place. A woman should have set goals, kwa sababu so many women come to the table with standards, but them she themselves wao wenyewe wagonge umefikisha hizo standards, unaona. Like a woman, ukisema unataka a man mwenye na earn like 100k, unafaa kuwa earn 50k. Sasa tunakuja unasema unataka a man mwenye ako na 100k, sijui salary, ako na Subaru, sijui ako na nini, na wewe mwenyewe hata huna kitu, hata pesa ya kununua mboga huna, and you still want to have a guy who gets 100k per month. You must be somewhere either close to the range or have the range. That's number one. Another thing is a woman that must have self-respect for herself. If you don't have self-respect for yourself, then for sure you're just meant for the streets. It's just hit and tukisonga kwa mwingine. Hakuna story ya ku waste time. Another thing about a woman who what I find valuable from a woman is a woman that understands the values of a man. A woman who understands that being feminine is not a weakness, and being masculine is not toxic, because there is that confusion between feminism and femininity and masculinity. So a woman who understands her roles as a feminine, and also understands the roles of a man as a masculine man. So if a woman understands those things, then that's what I found valuable in a woman.
So what do you find most valuable? In women?
Most valuable is if a woman understands her roles as a feminine, according to her feministic nature.
So yako ni dem
akuwa na understand roles zake kama feministic nature, and also an understand masculine man, the masculine roles of a man. Yes, hivyo sasa. Yeah.
But me niko have one question. There are these things that women set up for men, like you're saying, a salary that is above there. You should have at least your life together, all these things. But then you come and wonder, why do men always cry about it? Because for me, I think the life of a man, it's set up that way. It should be a competition for a man. You look at yourself at a particular stage. Where are you? What is the next aim? How can you get to the next stage? But then the men we have right now are just lazy losers. If a girl tells you, hey bro, I need you to be doing well, it's for your own benefit. If you're doing well, that means you have options. You can go anywhere you want. But then you want to be a loser and then still get these women. There's a movie sikumbuki inaitwaje. They say first you get the money, and then you get the power, and then you get the women. So it cascades down from the money first, and the money comes from working on yourself. We talk a lot about how can I get more money. First of all, more money means more skills. So at the end of the day, what is at the end there is the money.
True.
The money gives you the power. the places hizi tukienda hatuwezi bonga tumamwere fulani tu, but then the places you go you have an opinion. True. Because you are among peers ama you are among people who are not yet up there. So the money gives you the power, and then the power gives you the women. So I don't see any problem with women setting standards. It's okay to have a man. Like mi sionagi mbona wanaume wanakuaga cry babies. They are like, you dem anataka nikuwe nini. See that is the life of a man. Being extraordinary is the life of a man. So watufai kuati tuna complain dem amekusetia standards. But if you can't meet the standards, quit the game.
True. Yeah. Hapo ndo nilikuwa naelekea. Kama mwanaume ukiona standards zao dem ziko juu huwezi fika ligi. Yeah. You just quit. But you as a man, you see the society has always taught the woman, has always elevated the woman that a woman should do this, a woman should set standards like this, like that. But when a man sets the standards, it shows that now you are toxic. Then you start getting attacks from all directions. That a man is getting toxic, you all this, you all that. But ukikuja kwa ground, the real thing is, as a man, when you're setting your standards, it is when you start growing up. It is when you start stepping up. It is when you start working on yourself. Yeah. You see? So when you start working on yourself, when you start setting your standards, when your standards are too high, now they start attacking you. You see, women they know how to survive. So they'll start come and say, hey, wewe, umeanza kuringa.
But as you say,
all those things.
As you're saying, when there is an argument tulikuwa nayo na mabishto wangu fulani, people who are above me, people who have already made, and they are like, I think hivi vile unajifanya hapa ati sisi ni mapiuni, you learn with time. Unakuwa tu kama sisi. And I was like, my issue is not men setting their own standards. My issue is we have very many men who, like, for example, your girlfriend comes home drunk and you don't say anything. That is the issue I have with most men. Is you have your own standards, but you cannot speak out on those standards.
Then you don't have standards.
Yeah, that is exactly what I'm saying. Men should be able, you should be able to tell your girlfriend, check, I do not entertain, 1, a drunk girlfriend, 2, a girl who entertains other men. If you do any of these things, it's either you stop ama out. But now most men wako like, katuseme wewe uko na dema ameiva na sisi tunakutambua je hiyo kitu. And then dema yako anafanya ujinga tu, like uko like lakini kina bretoto na vile bwere. So ukiwa una dem, but in a real sense unaambia dem cheki, these are the standards I have. If you can meet them, well and good. If you can't meet them, uishia. Sasa unaona mimi bwana atakuwa kwa njeve solo, and then una remain hapo, you turn into a puny. Kidogo you lose the traits that you valued most, because as we are saying, your woman will want you to provide. True. Your woman will want you to protect, and you'll do all those things because you're a man. But then when it comes to roles reversed, Benja unasema, I don't want a drunk woman, I don't want a woman who goes to the club, I don't want. The woman says, that is insecurity. Ukiambiaje dem, I do not want my girlfriend to have a male best friend. What are you getting from this male friend that you can't get from me? Inakuwa you are insecure manye. These are the standards I want for myself. If you can't bear with them, we share. But then most men are not ready to say, if you can't stick to this, walk out. Kama wewe ndio watu unasemaje? Mamenu wangapi wanasimama wanasema like, these are my rules. If you can follow them, we are good. If you can't follow them, you walk out.
Good question.
For me, what you're saying makes sense, makes perfect sense. But the thing is, if you have this woman who wants to do those things with you, that means like you have not achieved the status zenye if ukinyamba dem anasikiza. You get? Juu hapa chini, like kwa ground, for me, if I want girlfriend who is at that mwenye like ako hapo, she's beautiful, she has everything, she's not gonna want me because me niko hapa chini. But what happens is when you work yourself, you work hard, you get all those things. When you get to the top, that's when you have like ukiambia udem miss day hivi anasikiza. But as long as when you puny, udem akusikizi. But ukiwa hapo at the top, ukimwambia kitu juu anajua ukiwa at the top, she's replaceable. Ukiamua leo na dai kwenda na huyu, tutaenda. But ukiwa pale chini kama wewe uko na karembo kako, unajua karembo kakinitoka, I don't have any other option. Unapata? I think most men, like if you want, now that's why women say men are toxic, men do what, because wakifika pale juu they can go out with any woman they want. But when you are down here, no, like you just unasemaga unarusha two darts, empty darts, like wherever hits. But when you are at the top, if you want that chick, I'm gonna go get that chick, and she falls for you. But ukioko chini, you can't tell a woman what to do if you don't have like.
But one thing I believe is a man, you as a man, if you believe you want this, if you kama kuna zile standard you set as a man, you're supposed to be stick by them. It doesn't matter your level of income ama penye ukiwa hapa chini, katikati ama juu. Okay, kuna difference ukiwa hapa chini, ukiwa katikati na ukiwa juu. There's such a big difference.
I know.
But I believe as a man, when you say hata nikuwe wapi, it doesn't matter. If I want you, if you don't meet these standards, please go.
For me, unajua ume base na yako. Wewe umesema you want a wife. Mimi nimesema what I value most in a woman ni pussy. You get?
True.
That's what like, most men wanna value that. That's what I'm talking about. Unasema hivyo, you are looking for a wife. Me as long as unanipea like what I want, then like I'm good.
I'm talking from both perspectives because you see, even me as a wife, I still have to hit that pussy bar. Kwani wife unadhani ati wife? Ngoja, you see, we have to spit facts. You see, I have a wife, right? And see, a pussy, you see, sex is a part of marriage. Unaona, ukiwa wakati kwa hiyo companionship yenu, it's very important. Because if you don't get it there, it go find it somewhere else. You see, and stepping out, that means you're for the streets bana. So it applies, hiyo inakuanga ni basic. Hiyo nikaa basic. Nikaa vile sisi wote kuna Muislamu anaomba Mungu, Allah wake hivyo. Hizo religion zote si unaomba Mungu. Ni kama tu wewe uko unatafuta pudesh, si ni pussy. Msee ameoa, si ni pussy. Wewe mwingine anatafuta tu za manjaa, si ni pussy. Hiyo ni kama bottom line.
So most guys wanasema they don't want a girlfriend. Why? Because 99.9% of relationships break. Why? Because you cannot set standards for a girl who has options. Okay. When you're down there, you're not the only option.
But I think as a man, you're supposed to be the best. You should be looking for the best. Or should you be? Or should you settle for less? Because you just want to punish.
Benja, let me tell you something. If your girlfriend is with you, that means she doesn't have other options. If she had like options, mse ako na gari, like mse ni G, mse ako juu yako, she would go for that. Okay, but she doesn't have that option because she's not that beautiful.
So let me ask you something. Yeah. So so at some point you'll settle and have a girlfriend. Yeah. So you mean your girlfriend will be with you because you have everything than another one. Because they believe in life, there is always a person who is ahead of you. There is a person who is lesser than you but ahead of you. Sijui kama tunaelewana.
Mimi chenye nasema hata understand man.
Naelewa kenye unamaanisha. Mimi najaribu tu kushow like hiyo ni bottom line peke yake. Pussy is just a basic thing. Sijui kama unaelewa.
Benja, mimi naweza ask you. Currently there is a notion that good women do not exist. Yeah. Everyone thinks every woman out there is looking for someone who has already made it. Every woman out there is looking for money. Every woman is a gold digger. But I beg to differ in a situation. True. There are women who are raised right and they know, for me, I do not need the highest earning man. True. I just need a man who provides what is enough for me. And like I was saying before, there's always unaweza find a girl who will walk with you every stage. And then you can also wait until you get to the top, then you get women who want men who are at the top. True. But one thing you understand when you are at the top is there are other men in that pool who are also at the top. And if this chick is like we say a 10 out of 10, she has those other options as well. You're not the only option. So, and if you're at the top, you realize that the reason she's choosing you most often is the money factor. But if you're at the bottom, your woman will take you as you are. And women have that power. They can build a useless and a lazy man into a supernatural being. Unaangalia hivi mwanaume, you're like, who the fuck is this? Women have that power because they know how to nurture. But pia wanaume wengi after they have built with this woman, they get to the top and they are like, shit, sikuwa na options. Sasa ndio
Exactly.
Yes.
yeah, but this is what
True,
I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. For me, I would not mind to have someone who will start at the bottom with them. One thing it gives you is experiences that you'll never get anywhere else.
True.
For one, to say, you make it, you have millions of money, you have billions, you get a girlfriend who has been to all the places you want to go. Akiingia kwa jiwagon yako, anajua dikiti ina inclinewa aje. Aliingiaje kwa jiwagon? You're like, but sasa ukikam na dim yako from the bottom, she has never experienced these things.
True.
If you go to Badge, it's the first time unaenda naye Badge. She has never been there. Imagine the experiences. But now, sisi as men, we think. Now, for me, I think there's a point that it reaches and pussy becomes just pussy.
True.
You can't always like sisi hii tumeishi, most of us hapa tumeishi more than 25 years ama ndo tuna get to the 25. For 25 years ama for like 15 years since grow up, you've had pussy kila time hapa pale. Every woman you look at her lips, you can tell this woman has this kind of pussy. You probably had that kind of pussy, but at the end of the day, Buddha uko like, what else?
Nothing else.
Most often hata kuna ile post nut quality uko like, after umepiga hiyo mali, this nonsense. But then was it hiyo ndo kutumia ujiuliza. Yes, me siko at the highest level. I'm like, when I get there, what else can you get? See, to get pussy to broke. So tunarudi huko juu pia tutafute pussy gani nyingine.
You are lost.
This as in there is nothing more that you can get out of pussy. Pussy ni pussy tu. Utapiga after hapo uko like shit, toa hiki tu mbele yangu. But then if you like as in me for me, I'm in his idea, experiences, have the best of life. As in there's always your vibe ya unawalk na msee unajua this is your woman, she is there for you. Maybe I'm lost, bala. Me for lost.
No, you're not lost. You're correct. Me, I understand. Okay, from your point of view and from whatever you're saying, even the viewers can tell us that is very true. Because right now at the moment unapata hata watoto wa class 5 6 7 washajua this shit ni gani. So you as a 25 years old, can you stand here and tell us they are like hata wao wanashangaa buda huyu msee anaelewa kile anasema. But if you get to the deeper, the other side of the coin, the deeper side of it, that a woman is able to give such a okay, like for example, we're talking about cars.
Yeah.
Kuna zile there are those luxurious cars you want to buy ama you talk about, but when you're talking that woman, you feel like she's talking about the spare parts where you can get them. She's talking about maybe the mechanical aspect of it.
Kwanza acha nikwe mimi sitaki dem yangu ajue story ya spare part. Anajua spare part ya nini?
Okay,
wewe kweli na mimi dem yangu anajua story ya spare part za nini?
Okay, for example, unataka ajue story za ama sijue kitu.
As in hata tuseme niko na bima. And then my girlfriend is like, I like your black Beamer, your white Beamer, it looks good. She doesn't know anything about cars. So but she's like, I'm just appreciating my man for what he has. As in for women should be, they don't know even anything. So, most of them are not even aware of what cars do. Sijui anajua stick shift, alijulia wapi. Wewe kwenda.
Kama yeye ni mechanical engineer.
Wewe kwenda.
You see lazima uangalie life na all aspect. Juu saa hii kama kuna time nilikuwa hapo Kariobangi, nimpatana na madem anakufanyia wiring ya Mercedes Benz.
Yeah.
Because S550 nilipata S550 hapo akichanganya kama tumefika hapo wenyewe madem wana advance. Wameacha kuwa wale wa kukaa kwa nyumba kuwa housewives. They are still getting to an extent ya kugain physical skills, crafts, as in madem wana try to step up a bit. Ndio waache kuwa kazi yao ni kochi la biashara.
but vile unasema on the issue of me, I've been privileged to get to a certain level when you have met women who are also at top 1%. But then musikia most of them wakisema mazimi hata mimi ngeza pata mse ananiweka bi job hadi naacha. Uko like tumefika a place where the society is so much has pumped so much into the woman, like you need to be independent, you need to do what until some women are like mazee mimi nataka tu ku feel vibe ya being feminine, kuwa tu dem, as in sometimes people used to despise being a housewife.
True.
But now there are women who are like looking at it and they're like, oh man, what exactly are we doing? Imagine like for you Benja, tusemeaje, your woman goes to work, you have a kid, this kid anaenda daycare, you don't know what they're getting taught, you don't know what is getting stimulated in them, or do you what exactly their life is. Unaingia jioni, anaingia jioni, no time with the kid. In no time this kid will have grown up. You don't know what wiring ama what traditions they have been taught. They're just a kid who has grown up. During Africa place, children disconnect with their parents. And they're like, our parents do not understand what we do. But then if you're able to get to a level that you can provide for your family, even if your woman has like a small thing she's doing on the side, probably you have businesses, she should be able to run them. Unaweza get wiped out of the picture. Life for a man is hard. Unaweza kuwa huko umeenda kupiga madeal kidogo, umepanguzwa. So akipanguzwa alafu your family goes down. See, so unafaa like the woman also needs to be able to take care of herself to an extent, although you're the biggest role player in the family setup.
But see, if they are the women are getting, okay, the career women, let me call them the career women, because they are the women in the corporate sector. If they are getting to a point that they are understanding the role of a man in society, then we as men, we should be proud of ourselves, because we are regaining our position in the society. Because as a man, you see, there was this I was watching about, kuna video nilikuwa na watch ya manzi anaitwa sijui Habiba ama Habida kitu kama hiyo. She has been married for 20 years, but she was saying that there is something wrong. Okay, she was talking about kuna hawa they are this type of women, okay, group of women, they consider themselves as financially dependent women, that they don't need a man in their life. She was saying that is very false. That's a lie, because at the end of the day, she will go get a Ben 10. Who is a Ben 10?
A man.
So
but this is a lazy motherfucker.
Okay, it doesn't matter whether it's a lazy motherfucker or an okay motherfucker. Bottom line is a man. Okay, you see, even for those who grew up with single parents, maybe a father, especially a father, they say they don't need a man. But ukiangalia kwa manager wake ni nani? Budake. But ukitokea huku nje kwa social media, they are mouthing, I don't need a man, you need to be hot. But ukiangalia hapo nyuma unaona their father is there, it's a man. So she was putting a disclaimer, or she was putting ni kama alikuwa ndo hiyo story, alikuwa anasema as a woman you need a man, not for financial purposes, but for the other aspect side of it, the emotional support, the love, the care. Because at some point you as a person, you see as a person, I don't know you as a person, maybe kuna ule demo anataka familia, kuna mwingine maybe anataka familia yake ikuwe hivi, but she cannot speak out because of the peer pressure in the society, because of the image she wants to protect of the image of herself that she wants to put in the society. Anataka sisi tuone, but do we really care about that? We don't. But for her, she really care about what we see. So she will come tell us, hey, I don't need a man, I'm financially dependent, all this, all that, men are trash, men are dogs, but the end of the day, she need a man. So she was trying to say that, ingawa alikuwa anatry kusay, alikuwa anasema actually that you need a man. A woman, nikaa vile unaswambianga, the best companion that God ever created is a man and a woman. And it will be forever remain that way. Ama ndio unasema
like and I love tunasema, but I think like what 80%, on a serious note, 80% of men, what they value most in a woman is respect. I say respect, ile like respect, ile respect ya like if I'm with my friends, like let me give you an instance. Like you have a girlfriend, you go to the gym, like kai gym hapa Spamol. Okay, when you go to that gym, you have a friend, anakwambia ile mali nilipiga. and that's your girlfriend. You get? So that's the kind of respect I'm saying. Huwezi kuwa umeka, as much as you're saying you don't value pussy, huwezi kaa na manzi yako hapa and your friends out there they're saying hiyo mali nilipita. You get? So that's the kind of respect men want from women. So if a woman can literally respect, like let's say your parents come at your place, respect anakupea, like he cooks for your parents, like you talk, all that stuff. Abu niambie umekuja hapa, like your mom amekuja around your place and the woman starts disrespecting you or disrespecting your mom. That no any man can take that. No any man can take disrespect. Hapo hata unaweza mwambia wewe panga vitu zako, just leave my house, because that's disrespect. So men like pia ndio maana nakwambia like if men mwanaume akiwa uko chini they don't have status. You get? Everyone can disrespect you the way they want. That's why your girlfriend anaku disrespect. But when you are at the top, when you have the money, when you have the status, when you have like everything, you have like powerful friends, you have status. Hakuna like dem hawezi ku disrespect in front of anyone. Because at the end of the day, she's fucking replaceable. So yeah, that's my
but also if a woman is disrespecting you kutoka pale chini, I think you should go with her.
Exactly, that is what we're saying. But on the point here, being at the top, there's a guy anaitwa Simon Sinek. He does trainings for people who want to be leaders, people who want to be managers, people who just want to lead people. And there's one thing that he always says: as you climb up the ladder, people do not respect you for who you are at most times. They respect you for the position you hold. If you go to an office, you look at the CEO, somebody gets them coffee, not because they like these motherfuckers so much. It's because he's just a CEO. And it's like, this nigga thinks he can walk in anytime he wants. But the reality of things is, people do not understand that as you go higher, people respect more the position, the things you've done. But for you as a man, you want to be, or for you in any position, you want to be valued for what you're bringing as a self, as an individual. True. Not the position you hold, because the next day your position can go. That is why you find somebody was in a good position but they were not for themselves a good person. Walikuwa wale wase wa ku shit on people just because I'm the CEO, mimi ndio manager nini, you gotta respect me, unaniambia nini nigga, I make decisions man. And then uze na rambo analeta huku ground floor. Anawasema kwa like motherfucker walikuwa wanasema nini, look at you now.
So he's laughing loud.
But no, that is the same thing that happens when you're the top. Unless this woman values you for you, your values, what are you, what you can do, what is this man capable of. If it's for the financial aspect only, at some point you lose this woman. Jiulize mbona akina Bezos wacho msee anaendea Ben 10. Mbona wazi wanaachwa? They have billions and billions and boatloads of money. Mbona wanaachwa?
You know, the issue is Glenn amesema about respect. It's about like being the top 1%. I'm not talking about everyone else. Kuna mseka Ronaldo. People disrespect this motherfucker. Jua kwa the top. But what I value most is like me Benja, siwezi feel filthy ukiniongelea trash.
True.
Because you're part of my circle, bro. But msee tumepatana naye juzi, we did some business, aende abonge shit uko nje. Na as in sema mimi juu niko na status big yana ni respect time tuko naye, but ana respect position, but uko nje ni respect. Hiyo mimi sijali. The circle, my mom, like vile Brito kuna tulichapa podcast fulani hapo alikuwa anasema like you need 3 things to be happy. You need like 3 quadrants. Kuna wealth, kuna respect ya family and friends. Exactly. If tuseme mimi niko na wife and I respect, I have a family who respects me, I have loyal friends, I have close friends. That's what I want. Unafeel G. I don't care if I'm a CEO wa inaitwaje, tuseme kitu kama kampuni yoyote wazitodiso.
True.
Ati nikiingia kwa ofisi hivi, bro, hata kama you don't respect me, respect this position. I've worked for this. Nikiingia hiyo ofisi simama, nipe kahawa, kwani ni kesho.
Univalia
unafanya kazi. Respect the position. That's my sweat, bro. That's my hard work.
But kuna kitu moja we have to understand. The higher you go, the harder shit gets.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
This is one thing you have to understand. Tuchukua hata life experiences, people who we know from out here. One, Ronaldo the moment tu aliget to the top aliget nini suda sijui amerape na Benjamin Mendy
the same
2 years ako ndani mzee na hajafanya kitu ameget acquitted. Greenwood ameget acquitted. These are men at the top. It only gets harder the higher you go. So imagine Buddha uget dem akona agenda na yeye, because imagine ndo ati uko na 400 million followers. This woman, by just mentioning your name, ama anyone by just mentioning your name can get at the top. Because you have 400 motherfuckers who think this guy is a G. So imagine you two inakuweka at what risk. But then come up with someone who from the first day thinks this is my guy, we are going to the top, we are making it whether they like it or not. Wasi wako huko amekaza haga lakini bado nyinyi mna pace. So imagine how much risk this elevates inakuwa outside. It's your woman, huyu ndo mtu umegrow na yeye. Because I'm saying wewe once you get to a point kama wewe Benja, if you've not had enough of pussy brother, utafika huko juu uanze kufanya ujinga tu. But if you have had enough, you sasa tafuta mtu who is thinking straight and who thinks this guy will get at the top, because every woman is a gold digger. The shovels are only come out at different times. Don't nasema
wachimba madini
ndo vena nakwambiaje, the reason your woman is with you is because she thinks this motherfucker will make it at some point. Nobody wants to struggle or suffer forever. At some point she thinks this motherfucker is gonna make it. Sahi haja make it, but he's gonna make it. But then there are women who will say mimi nataka huo top 1% sahi, sitaki kujua alifanya nini. I don't want to know how they got there.
Yaani Breto zi, unajua acha nikwambie Breto. Unapopata demka huyo anadai mali yenye uko nayo, huwezi kana ude. As in when you top shot bro. You go for what you want. Alafu kuna there's a meme I saw. Like a guy alichwara. He struggled with this woman, right?
Yeah.
So when he got to the top with the help of this woman, alirusha dem nje, akatafuta dem mwenye anamrespect, dem feminine. Juu dem struggle na yeye, she feels entitled. You can't do anything with your money kama yuko hapo. So niliona mimi fulani like wewe tafuta tu dem sahi aso na yeye, ukifika hapo juu rusha yeye nje.
But okay, you see the problem with okay, kuna naweza sema kuna kitu moja inakuanga a problem with women. When you work, you struggle from a man from down up all the way up. You feel so much entitled, but the thing yenye wana women that forget is that a man hates a woman who cannot be controlled. A man hates a woman who is mwenye anajisikia kuna kiburi amejaa. Ati juu tuligrow na wewe, tumejenga na wewe ishi yote yote. Tukifika hapa juu ni kiandi sent yangu ya hapa ya kando, ati nataka kukua na si. It never works that way. I think you see kuna wale marriage zao zimewaka. Sisi man perfectly, but wametry kubuild, wametry ku maintain. Kanza kupea for example ya Nameless na Wahoo. Those are the people we know because they are local. You see, I would say since I was in primary school, since nikiwa mless kidogo mse hapo nikiwa class 2, I used to listen to their songs so much, and I used to follow up wakati nikuja start kuelewa about courtship, madam, boy, their all those stuff. Those guys have been able to build their life into such an amazing way that familia yao wameweza ku keep off social media, because Wahoo ni artist, Nameless ni artist, but their family life wameweza ku keep away from social media. But wanasemanga it's not all smooth, kuna kuona challenges, but they are able to handle them off social media. The problem with the current generation ni Gen Z na hiyo generation gani? Millennial. Their problem is they want to handle their shit social media, and they met off social media, but they want to handle their shit in social media. So that's where the problem is coming in. That okay, another thing is if you work hard with a woman as a man, if mumejenga na your woman from down to top 1%, you as a man, if you don't have a say, if you didn't have a say in the first place kwa mwanamke, na you see when you're moving with your, kama mnaishi na msee for such a long period of time, uko na time ya kulana na msee stage by stage, so you're able to get all the red flags, because if it works like a duck, That's a dark. Sasa dark. So usianze kutuambia ati wakati umetoka hapa chini umefika huko juu ati bibi yako anakukalia. In the first place alikuwa amekukalia kutoka chini. Kama mlifika huko juu wewe ulikuwa kinodhi ukiwa huko chini. Ukifika huko juu bado wewe ni kinodhi. Shit, the same shit will happen to you. Kama ukianzia hapa chini ulikuwa na alpha male. Ukifika huko juu bado utakuwa wewe ni alpha. Udemba utakuwa na respect. But you as a man, you are supposed to mold your woman to the woman you want to see.
The thing about having a lady. Let me tell you something, bro. If you want to have marriage or a relationship, it will only survive because of the lady. On that situation of Wahoo and Nameless, nitapea credit yangu kwa Wahoo. Because as long as you as a lady respect your man,
True.
As long as you as a lady allow your man to play the masculine roles in your house, as long as you as a woman, as in only like your man is lesser than anyone else. As long as you respect your man, that relationship will always last.
True.
For men, I can love someone else, but I'm with you. Men are not emotional. Women are emotional.
Yes.
Mimi naweza kuwa niko na demu mwingine mahali nampenda, but sitaikuja nikwambie let's break up. I will learn to love you.
True.
But women, if they love someone else out there, wanakutreat kama trash, na at the end of the day wanakurusha nje. But if I'm with you and you have not done anything wrong to me, I'm still gonna be with you. Men are not emotional. As long as una respect mwanaume, bro. As long as kama una respect mwanaume, he will give you everything. Wait and see.
True.
So hiyo ndo tuna because why women are valuable or why you think your woman is valuable. Mimi naweza put na hii antidote. You think about hizi minerals usema kina diamond, kina gold. Why is gold valuable? Juu huwezi tembea hivi iko na yetu tupate gold hapo. Hatuwezi. And it's the same thing with the value women hold. A woman is valuable because she is not accessible to everyone. True. And it's the same thing with your woman. True. Your woman, people look at her and say, I want this woman, but they can't get her. That makes her valuable. But then, if you are a good woman and all that, but people can access you. Like you imagining wewe ningekuwa na text dem yako na mleta mechi hapa na ujui. That is a valueless asset. Ati wewe ndio unafikiria kitu ya mali yangu ni kali, lakini wewe kuja unasema ufala na ukulia mazi. That is the worst thing. That is why we are saying gold is valuable, because not everyone you can't go just anywhere and find gold. And the same thing with your woman. If your woman is accessible to everyone, she is valueless, she is priceless. I won't say hata hakuna haja kuone ni wanini, mbona demu yako ati anyone on the internet akipata tu namba yake they are like niko na tunaweza enda Davasha weekend, she's like I'm down. Dada na wewe hapo uko like kuni mama wako,
uko na gari gani
hii ni kichungi uko nayo bwana.
Kwa hiyo note ya goro, you know Zimbabwe produces like gold.
Yeah.
But that is the poorest country. Obviously inakuwa garo, but ikipeleka majuu inakuwa refined. So if you find a lady out there, manze, treat your girl right, make her become a gold. Unaget? Juu, bro, huwezi kuwa na manzi haumtreat fiti na una expect a stick. She will never stick, bro. You need to treat, that's your lady, man. That's your lady, bro. Like, treat warm denge fiti bana.
Unakumbuka tuliulizwa na babu hizo ya deo. They're like nguo mpya zikitokea
manzia
baba.
Treat them
well. Alikuwa anasema aje, you see a woman, you're supposed to treat your woman well. Because kuna hii a famous Kikuyu song that nitaput just the line, God dress your woman well and you'll be satisfied. Because utaona dem fulani amepiga look fulani kwa zile za wow. Hujamnotice kwa sababu ya TV la amebeba ni look. So when you go dress your woman the exact same way, you'll be like I love what I see. Because men, we are side oriented. But if you don't dress your woman properly, if you don't take care of your woman, ukitoka huko nje, you will still see them dressed by other men because they are not dressed by you, definitely. Okay, kuna tu nimesema about value of a woman is scarcity. The law of scarcity. Because if you are too available, even you as a person, if you are too available to people, your value is down. Value yako iko chini.